Got dogs over here howling. They're a fair way over, I think. Well, hey guys, I'm about to head off to another property to go and see if we can clean up some dogs. The property owners have been having some heap of trouble with dogs. I saw a pack of 9 the other day, and they've had calves with their ears chewed off and tails bitten off and mauled. So anyway, I'm heading up there. I'm all loaded up. I'm going to go and try and do a bit of trapping and shooting, and I've only got the weekend, so got a few traps and all my gear ready. So yeah, we'll go up there and see if we can put a hole in there in the numbers a bit. See how we go. Hopefully we can get a few on the ground anyway. Okay, this is where the dogs were chasing these cattle around. They've probably come up here for a drink at this trough in front of me. And they've probably gone away. But I don't know whether they've gone that way or gone back behind us. But they travel up through this gully a fair bit apparently. So I don't know. Give a few howls and see if anything sticks its head up. I'm just about to head out for tonight. I've had a bit of a look around with the property owner. We didn't find any of those dogs that were rounding up the cattle this afternoon, but anyway, hopefully they'll show up. I'm about to head out tonight, and he said there's a lot of cats around, there's been a few foxes over the years as well, so see what we can find. So hopefully we can pull up a few of the dogs that have been causing a heap of problems. So see how we go. Swear I won't show Rex a cat. Well, finally found something to shoot. Wasn't a dog, but next best thing, big black cat. And I just also blooded. This is my new Wedgetail Industries MPR 308. It's a really nice rifle. I've just had to get it. I just actually got it back last night. I got it just after Christmas, or just before Christmas actually, and then I had to send it back for a warranty because the magazine catch was having issues. But Wedgetail fixed that really good, and they've followed up and have been really good to deal with. And the barn in Oakey that I got it from. So anyway, just blooded it on this cat. Just sitting here, gave a few howls for the dogs, and next thing I turned the torch on is a black cat down here about 30 metres in front of me. So 130 grain hollow point. I'll show you. There we go. 135 grain is Sierra hollow points, I think. And these ones, ADI ammo. So let's go and see what a mess it made. I'm just sitting up here on this high bank overlooking the all this heap of country here, but hardest part about this place is the grass is so long. So unless you got a bit of elevation, you can't see anything. But anyway, I just got this cat down here in this grass. So let's go and have a look at him. So here he is. A little black, what is it, a tomcat. But let's say, I didn't need to cut his gut open to tell you what's inside of what he'd been eating. It actually went spraying everywhere, so they nearly cut him in half. Anyway, I'm very impressed. It's done a really good job with the 308. Not really my rifle of choice for shooting cats, but anyway, it does the job and it makes them stop. Anyway, this is the Wedgetail Industries MPR 308, and I've got the InfiRay tube TL35 SE on top. It's a really nice little combination. I've done a few mods to it. I've got the blast diverter and a muzzle brake on the end, and a few like Magpul harness, like the paraclip loop on the end there, and I put a QD swivel thing there, and I put the Hogue finger groove, the pistol grip on the bottom, and I also put a Victor Precision trigger in it. So really nice two-stage trigger, definitely worth the money. They are a bit pricey, they're about $400 or $500 or something, I think. I actually took this one out of my semi-auto 22 to put in this one. So yeah, really nice little setup. Anyway, there's one cat on the deck. Hopefully we can get some dogs later. Well, I was actually going to howl before, and I did have him answer me. So anyway, waiting for a bit longer. If nothing shows up, I might head home. I'm up again. It's only, I don't know, about, it'll be 5:30 or 6 o'clock around there. I'm out again, running on about 3 hours sleep. So I thought, well, might come out here and try some early morning calling and howling. I got a couple of whistles that Eagle Eye Hunting Gear sent me. This is a Down Under Predator calls, Australian made business company make these, and that one there's, this is a rodent squeaker, and also I've got this other one here. This one here is like your Tenterfield type whistle, so you can. So I'll give it a try on the dogs later. This one here is like a, sounds like a hare or something. Listen to him. So anyway, we'll give him a go, see what happens. Can't guarantee anything's gonna come. So go and try a bit of howling and calling and see if I can get some dogs to show up. It's a bit hard to see stuff in this. So I'm just gonna park the bike here. There's a little dam just over the hill here. I might sneak up here and have a bit of a look, and maybe have a bit of a howl up here. This is where I set a trap yesterday too. Got dogs over here howling. They're a fair way over, I think. I might stay here and see if I can get them to come in now. I'm pretty sure it wasn't cattle calling. Sounded like a dog out a fair way out in the distance. This stump here to break up the shape behind me. A pretty good view out over the dam and up this little valley. There's this little dam. Haven't had any more dogs calling for a while. I did see one dog track on the cattle pad where he's walked across the cattle pad over there. I'll just come over here and I set my trap yesterday. Anyway, there's nothing in the trap here. I might keep walking that way back to where those dogs howled. Right, so I've been a long way along the tracks, but there's no sign of dogs whatsoever. I've just come down to this sandy gully creek thing here. See if there's been any dogs travelling up the bottom, but no sign down here either. So I kind of got a dilemma. I'm only here for the weekend, so I don't really want to go wasting time setting traps where the dogs aren't travelling, and then having to go and pull them all up again tomorrow when I leave. But there's a chance I might have to leave early even today, so I don't know whether I should even bother sticking any more traps in, or whether I just go and see if we can do a bit more howling. But it's getting a bit later in the day, it's getting a bit hot. It's about probably 9 o'clock in the morning and it's getting pretty hot already. But nearly down as far as we came from the other end of the place yesterday. So, but could be dogs down this way. But unless you look, you won't find them, so we'll keep looking. Okay, so it's just up in here with the dogs around and the cattle up yesterday. So thinking just they're obviously coming through here. Again, there's a nice creek down here. Thinking maybe I can't really set a trap too close onto the track here because the cattle are coming up here to the trough for water. So thinking there's a bit of a log here. I might be able to stick something in the ground here and tie off under that log. possibility, and just try and pull them off the track, and hopefully the cattle don't step on them. Okay, so I've got the trap in just here, and I put a bit of a scat there, and with a bit of dominant dog urine on the scat. So if they're travelling up the track here, the wind's blowing across, even if they go past they should still smell it and come back. So it's a theory anyway. Anyway, we'll poke on and see if we can get a few more in up further. Got these two trees close together here, so I'm going to put this stick up between them to stop cattle walking through, and I might put a bit of scent up in the side of the tree there, and try and get the dogs to walk through between the trees, and I might stick a trap in right here somewhere. Okay, so I've got a trap in just down there in the root, near the other side of the roots there, and I put a bit of bitch's urine, like dingo bitch urine, on the inside of the tree. So the idea is hopefully they'll come through or walk through between here sniffing it and keep going, and they should step off that root down to there, hopefully. And I've got another one in over here. And I'm going to put a bit of dominant dog urine here. I've got the trap in just here, and just a bit of a stick that was already lying there. So I might put a bit of urine just up here on the side of the tree. So if anything coming through, it should blow between the trees and the smell come round. So hopefully we can pull up a dog or two here if they're coming through the area before tomorrow. Anyway, I might poke on a bit further and see what else I can find. Okay, I'm just putting another trap in here next to the track here on the upwind side, and just tying off on this little old post here. Now, thankfully the soil there is pretty sandy, which makes it a lot easier to put your sets in. Those ones I did in the gully over back there before, so easy I didn't even need a hammer, you just dig them up with your hand. Now, what should I use? I might try my dog's pee with a tish pee. High and keep them so the wind can pick it up and take it across the track. And keep the nose up off the ground. Right, there we go. Got the set in there and cable tied off onto that post, and what do you call it? Dog pee on the stump there. Anyway, don't know how much further we can go up here. I think we're nearly to the end of the property. I'll turn around and head home for lunch soon. Well, I've just been coming along this fence line. I've been fair weight this morning, and I've just seen the first dog tracks I've seen. You can make it out. I think he's been going back that way though. All this is real granity sort of sandy granity stuff, and it's very hard to see dog tracks in. Here's another one here. Yeah, they're going that way. So when the track was from, I got no idea. I think it's reasonably fresh. Not sure. Okay, so just going to go and blow a whistle again. There's a dam down here and there's cattle there, which often the dogs like to hang around cattle, so just a possibility that they could be up in the timber or somewhere not too far away. So I'm just going to give a few blows as a whistle. This is the Down Under Predator Calls Predator Call whistle, and this one here is a little rodent, they call it. So anyway, let's give it a blow and see if anything shows up. Righto, I'm back. It's turned into a pretty hot day. I should have had a better hat on than a cap, but anyway, I wasn't planning on being out that long. But oh, it's a bit after midday now. Been out since 5 o'clock this morning and running on 3 hours sleeper last night. So anyway, the things you do to try and find dogs. But I've got 7 traps in the ground now, and there's hopefully they can do something tonight with them. So something will get caught, hopefully. But anyway, going to have some lunch and I might go and have a snooze for a while and go and see if we can hound up a few this afternoon. See if they're going to play the game. Anyway, I'll see you out there later. Okay, so I've had a sleep and eaten and I'm heading out again. It's about 5 o'clock. It's about 3/4 an hour's time, and it'll be 24 hours since those dogs were there at that rounding up those cattle. So I think they seem to be frequenting that area a bit apparently, so I'm going to head down there and try and be there before they get there, if they get there. See how we go, but it's the plan anyway. Okay, so I'm just sitting in this shed here. I've got a wall, a tin wall here I can sort of hide behind. I can see out across the road into the other paddock over there. I think they've been travelling through here, and then I can see down the gully. Here's a trough just there where they've been coming in for a drink, I think. But there's a nice big gully system coming up here and a track right up the edge of the gully. And there's that creek down there, so I've got a few traps set down there. I might even do a bit of howling in a minute and just see if I can coax anything to come in a bit, if they're within earshot. So sitting here I can see both ways. See if anything's coming up behind me as well. Okay, I've just parked the bike back there. I'm going to walk into this gully system. The wind has dropped off, which is good because the trouble is the breeze is still blowing that way a bit. It's nowhere near as hard as it was, so if I can come down here and set up where I got a good overview of the whole show, I should be able to thought it was dog track there, but I don't think it is. Cattle have been along here over the top of Mama Mark's road this morning. Okay, so I've set up here overlooking this whole gully system in here, and I'll do a bit of howling and I'll scan around. This is the This is the FH35RV version 2 from InfiRay. Really good little unit. It's probably my favourite handheld monocular I've ever used. I have got the Geminis, but I left them back at the ute. They're a little bit heavier to carry around, so I've been walking in and got to walk around a fair bit. This one here is really nice and light, and it's got a bit zoomed out, a bit of fun. The Geminis are, if you're looking in a long way, they're right good, but these ones here are just to scan a big area in a hurry. They're really good. So it's the Finder FH35R version 2. Really good little unit. I've got my Thermion 2 XP50 Pro up on the top, the LRF. Very good scope, that one too. Anyway, let's give some howls and see if puppies will come in. Okay, so just scanning this gully here with the Finder. I find black hot to be one of the best ones to use when there's a lot of grass. So if I switch it to, there's red hot, I find it's too hard with the patchy red, and hotter spots get redder, but it's not as easy to make out detail. I don't like the coloured ones much, so there's white hot. Sometimes I like to switch between both of them a bit, but when there's a lot of long grass, I find you pick out the detail a lot easier. In black hot you just see so much more detail in the terrain. Don't know whether you'll pick it up on the camera. There's a whole heap of crows carrying on over there. Don't know whether they got a dog or something there they're barking at. But there's a lot of them and they're getting pretty excited. Well, the wind's picked up again, which makes it hard to hear if anything is answering back, especially if they're sort of downwind, because the sound will be blowing the other way, which also to howl and wonder where I want to howl, the direction I want to with the wind right, my sound's not going to carry real well either, because it'll blow away. End up calling, if there's a pack behind me, they'll end up coming up behind me. So anyway, I might head back to the bike. There's nothing happening here. The cattle have come here and stepped on the edge of this trap. They didn't set it off, but exposed it a bit. I'll probably come back and wreck it again yet tonight before anything comes along, but what else can you do? Only keep trying. Where are they? I saw them. Oh. Don't know whether that's another paddock they can get into or not. But anyway, no dogs yet anyway. We'll get out of here and let the traps do their work. Couldn't find any dogs, so I'm just got my little Rogue American 22. There's a few rabbits over here around the old house, so let's go over and at least try and get a few rabbits. I don't have my torch mount, I've just got a glass scope, so I'll have to use a tripod and just hold the torch by hand. Old style. Should have been a headshot. Through the head. Oh no, I think there's another rabbit up here. We'll go up there and see if we can get another one. headshot. Pretty big one. Well, the dogs are like that. I think there might be another one up here. Oh no, there's another one there. See it get out to the open. Oh no, threw it ahead when I could see his head. Well, that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm just standing out here in the paddock, in the dark, and I just shot this rabbit here, and next thing I see, look up and I see this row of lights, like a greeny coloured lights, and they're moving along a perfectly straight line. All the lights are individually spaced. I took a bit of footage on my phone. It's not real clear, the camera wouldn't focus on it real good, but it was just moving along slowly, and well, I don't know how high it was. It was up it might have been pretty high, so it was moving. If it was high, it was moving awfully quick. But I tried to have a look at it in the thermal to see what it was, because usually with an aeroplane or these big passenger jets, you can see them even when they're up like 25, 30,000 feet. You'll still pick them up with the thermal, at least the outline of the plane, at least. But this, I couldn't see anything. There was no noise, and it was just a perfect, like a straight line of row of lights just going across the sky. It's like it was obviously it's going at a set speed. It wasn't erratic. It was just in a direct course and flying along. So I've got no idea what it was. Okay, so I've just been doing a bit of research as to I couldn't work out what the weird lights were, but turns out it was a string of Starlink satellites that have just recently been launched. So they're all together in a string, probably till they get up there. So anyway, all interesting. I've never seen it before. Anyway, I'll keep going. So mate, I'm out of bullets. I wonder if I can catch you. It's one way of getting him. If I try and grabbed him, he might have got off. Never kicked one before. Works. I only brought one magazine of 10 bullets. Well, good morning. I didn't end up going out last night. Thought I'd get a bit of sleep and get up early this morning, so it's at 5 o'clock and just starting to get a bit light, as you can see out there. So just going to try and go and see if we can do a bit more howling and see if we can at least get something for the trip. Well, I just took the drone up and went for a fly over the dam where I got that trap set. I set the first trap the other afternoon, and there's the cattle have wrecked a set, and just check this out. As I was flying the drone over it, here's the cattle moving off from the dam, and you can look at what they're doing at the trap. They're all there and sniffing it. They know that there's something there, they can sniff it and mucking around, fooling around with it. But anyway, it's all part of the game. You can't really avoid it sometimes, but you just do your best and try. It wasn't very protected there anyway, but anyway, it's just a gamble you gotta take sometimes. Will they or won't they wreck it? Anyway, I'm just back up here now to the second last trap I set yesterday afternoon, and I used a bit of tuna oil on this one, and there's been nothing here. So anyway, I've got to head home later, so I may as well pull these traps up while I'm here. I might go for another ride on a bike. Looking on the map before, there's another big dam just over the hill down here. this is a neighbour's place in here, but then that's this place in there, so that's the boundary fence going that way. So should be able to go down there and have a look at that big dam, so there might be something down there with any luck. The dogs are around, you just got to be in the right place at the right time to find them. And same with the traps, really they need to be here for a week or two to be able to do a proper job with the trapping, I'd say, but just work with what I can do. Anyway, pull this trap up and get out of here. The last trap I set yesterday, the cattle have wrecked it. They've been mobbing it here. Anyway, pull this one up too and come along this track here. Got a big dam down here I'm heading to. Just looking on the track, still can't see any dog tracks whatsoever. What a nice dam this one. Dammed up the gully and it comes back all the way, water comes back all the way up here. I'd sit down here and might have a blow with one of the whistles, I think. Wind is blowing across me, so as long as nothing comes down that gully, should be pretty right. Okay, this one here, another down under predator calls whistle. So, just like a Tenderfield type whistle. So, we'll give it a blow and see what happens in a minute. Good spot for dogs to hang out. Water and shade and just beautiful. Oh, a good spot there to have a sleep too, I reckon. Keep pushing on. That quad rest is really good, even just as a gun rack. It doesn't take, it's not hard to just pull it up and it's ready to go. Like that. And it's locked in place. Anyway, let's get going. Hey, you little trap wreckers. Come on. Look at them. At least they're nice and quiet. There, big boy. A couple of bulls here. Good looking cows. Yep. Cattle has set it off. Walked all over it. I'm really impressed with this full metal jacket so far. It seems to be going really good. Like it's all comes out clean, still shiny. They've got the shiny stuff on it. Looks really good. I'll just go for a bit of a wander around the dam here and see whether there's any marks from any dogs around the water. So they're coming in for a drink. There should be a footprint or two in the mud, you'd think. There it is. This is from either this morning or last night. There's dog tracks here. I think it might have been from yesterday morning. And tramping around here in the mud. Because yesterday morning I did see one track up there. But there's more here, here. So they're definitely in the area. Well, they were in the area anyway. So they've been here since I set that trap over there the other day. It'd be a good little spot for the dogs to hang out. Got nice shade here right near the water. The scrub, gullies, everything's all not far away. If they need to disappear into that, they can. But it's just hard to trap because all these little meat packs up here, they like to wreck the traps. Some little whiptail wallabies. Beautiful little fellas. They got that stripe down their face. Right. Well, amazingly enough, this one here is still set. The cattle didn't find it. Nothing. So just bad luck the dogs haven't been through. Anyway, we got one more down there to check, but I don't have very high hopes for it. Anyway, get this one pulled up. I reckon that full metal jacket really makes them quick. It's pretty slippery sort of stuff, and they certainly shut nice and quick. Righto, one more to go. And again. Cattle have been past it again since I reset it last night. Well, they'd only disturbed it, they didn't actually set it off. But now they have. Oh well. Unfortunately, hasn't been a very productive trip. I've got 1 cat and 4 rabbits for the whole trip. But anyway, lucky you got the cat at least. Right. Okay, so that's all the traps pulled up and the big fat nothing. So anyway, go home and pack up and see if we see anything along the way. Otherwise, a pretty unsuccessful trip. But I suppose that's the way it goes sometimes. It's not always, you don't always get success, but it's just about trying. And don't give up even when it does get tough like this. Because you'll get them eventually. Persistence always pays off. Righto, we're on the way. All packed up and heading back home. Anyway, didn't get anything other than that cat and a few rabbits, but unfortunately that's the way it goes. Sometimes you don't always find what you're after, but it's all part of the game. But anyway, I'll come back again another day when there's a bit more activity around, maybe when it's mating season, and there'll be a bit more, I'll be coming to the house a bit better. But anyway, hope you have enjoyed this bit of a video with not a lot of action, but just shows you how it goes in the day of a feral pest controller. When you're after dogs, you don't expect to always get them every time. So anyway, if you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content, shooting and farm life and everything else. And also, if you want a bit of merch, you can head over to a link in the description below. You can get a hat and some stickers. And also, if you want to support me on Patreon, I've got a link in the description below as well. You can go and support me on that too, if you're in the position and you would like to do that. Anyway, I'll leave you all and I'll see you all in the next video.